Russell Mineral Equipment was established in 1985. Russell Mineral Equipment is the global leader in design, manufacture and supply of grinding mill relining technologies and services. The main reason we installed Stock Locker was to free up people, reduce purchase orders and to also hopefully reduce the stock usage through the vending machines to get a clear indication of what we do use.
The idea is we use high turnover consumables and safety equipment, PPE and that in the locker and the vending machines, and then we control anything that's outside of it in the rest of the room. The information that I can gather out of the reporting system, as well as efficiencies between boiler makers based on our own systems, and combining the two of them, and you can see where guys may be, you're always going to have someone who's not going to work as fast as others. But when you see someone who's a very slow worker, who's also using the same amount of consumables as someone who's a really fast worker, then we need to have a conversation with the individual just to see where they're going wrong and see where we can help them to try and balance it better.
Stock Locker has obviously taken away the human error, so not running out of stock on an item when blokes are working at midnight is probably one of the biggest advantages as well.
Right at the start, we just had the vending machine itself and one locker. And the locker that we got first off had quite big doors in it, I think. And I kept thinking, how the hell are we going to fill it up? Like, it's a lot of spaces there where we are now, and even probably after 6 months to a year, we got to the point where we got the extra locker as well, and we got to the point now where we've actually got to look at usages and see what's not used that much and take that out of the system to be able to put something else in its place because we're full.
From the warehouse perspective, the guys in the warehouse can now actually do what they're paid to do. So they're picking or receipting of goods, they're not actually counting stock that they used to count. So the time-saving benefit would be the purchasing team not chasing orders, not raising orders. It's all done through Stock Locker. So they're responsible to make sure that they keep the stock, they're responsible to make sure that the vending machine has the stock in it as required.
We've never had any issues with running out of stock. The only issues we have had is when they've had a delay on getting stuff in, but they normally communicate that with us. Very good at it actually, well before it's even going to be an issue.
Over the amount of the years, the fabrication team has spent getting the correct item to do the correct job, and they're very particular about what they use. And if we couldn't keep the same items, there was a little bit of trialling with the fabrication team. So they're all the things that we took into consideration, and the big picture was it was a fairly massive cost saving for the company. Everything that's in the vending machines all come from Stock Locker, so we've reduced the amount of vendors we use, which reduces purchase orders, which saves money, time, effort from our purchasing team. It's probably one person less that we have to have in a warehouse team to do the current role that Stock Locker does for us.
It saves a lot of headaches with items running out, because a lot of there's some items there that you can't just order it and get it in 10 minutes time or whatever. You've got to wait 2 or 3 days. Ever since we've had it, I kind of wish we'd done it a long time ago.
Probably the biggest issue was me taking so much time to implement it. It was probably, when I look back at it now, as something that I should have implemented probably 12 months earlier than what I did. It sounded too good to be true, and usually if anything sounds too good to be true, it is. In this case, I was wrong. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. It's easy for the boys to use. They never run out. There's a manual override. So there's points there where we had night shift, day shift, and we've never had any dramas whatsoever. So yeah, it's a great product.